Okay, our next piece is called Abandoned Treasure Hunt, and we need your help. We had some debate about what this piece is about. Is it an abandoned treasure? Did they abandon the hunt? We're not really sure. What we do know is that the story takes place on the sea, and it somehow involves a treasure. So we would like your help in deciding how this ends. We'd like you to listen to what we play, and we have posted some links. It's tinyurl.com/abandonedth, as in abandoned treasure hunt. And if you go to that link, which is like one of the few concerts you're actually like encouraged to pull out your phone, and go to that link, and we invite you to vote. And it's only one question, I promise it won't take very long. And the question is, was the treasure ever discovered? Or is it still lost at sea? And so we're gonna play, and you can listen, and then you can decide, and we should instantly know. We'll wait a piece if you have some technology problems or whatever, and we'll let you vote, and the students have already started the voting process. I saw that while they were changing their clothes. I told them they could go ahead and do that if they have Wi-Fi. And so we want your help to decide, because we couldn't decide whether the treasure was ever found or not.
Nice concert floor.
We feel like clapping too, don't we? So really, it's okay. Get out your phone and vote. Decide. Use that. And hopefully you don't have too many technology problems. And we'll see what we decide at our concert. This is a one-time only thing. What this group of people thinks. Was the treasure found, or is it still lost at sea? Next up, we're going to be playing a medley. I bet you will recognize at least one tune in here. And it's called From Every Mountainside.
Yeah, I was going to say that I hope so. Bass, cello. Oh, the two? Bass sax. A lot
Okay, we have the results. I almost forgot, but she reminded me. 58.4% of you believe that the abandoned treasure was indeed found. So 115 people responded, and 58.4% believe that it was found, which means 41.6 believes that it is still lost at sea. Thank you so much for participating, adding a little technology into our concert.
Before we play our last piece, we always have some thank yous that we need to address. So I'm going to try to make this brief. Thank you to the Washington School District for use of their facilities for today's honor band. Thank you to the Washington School Band Directors, Don Hughes and Craig Callahan, right here in the front here, for their design help.
Yeah, I got that on video.
I'd like to thank West Music for providing the music for us today. I'd like to thank Jenny McKenna and Audra Bailey for their support in organizing today's honor band. Right now, they're still out there. They're the ladies that took the tickets. I'd like to thank all of the band directors that are here today. If you could stand up. Okay? Over the past few weeks, these directors have worked with their students.
Great.
They want to get the music learned. They spent the day here in Washington supervising and helping with sectionals and rehearsals. I want to thank you people here in the audience for your parents who have supported your children by obtaining an instrument, listening to them home practicing, transporting to rehearsals and concerts, and helping instill a love of music. I'd like to thank you, Mrs. Morgan, for agreeing to be our guest director this year. For years, I've admired and enjoyed her Young Musicians Honor Band held in February in Cedar Rapids at Prairie High School. A few years ago, she graciously helped a group of us get started with this honor band. And I knew right then and there that she would have to be our guest director sometime. So thank you very much. Right here, you worked very hard today to make this a successful concert. I hope you enjoy this and
sitting in the fine motor, but go for it,
I also want to acknowledge just a few things. First of all, she acknowledged the band directors in the crowd, and we have a pretty special thing here in the state of Iowa. I am not from here. I drove a little over an hour to get here. So when I arrived, I know a few familiar faces, but there are a whole lot of band directors here that I did not know. And I met some new people, and one of the really, really cool things about band directors is they tend to just jump in and help each other out. And everybody was very friendly with helping me get things settled, and people helping the kids out in every way. And boy, we just have a great group of band directors around here in this corner of Iowa. So thank you so much for all that you do for the kids and parents. I do want you to know that your band directors are working so hard, and they're just super great. So take a minute to thank them after the concert. If it's too crazy, shoot them an email or a phone call, because we band directors don't get very many words of affirmation. So let them know how much you appreciate them. And if you're so inspired, I would take a minute and drop an email to your student's principal or your student superintendent even, and tell them how awesome this is. This is a really, really great opportunity that your students are not going to get in their home band. So this is really, really great that they put on this event. Thank you so much for having me, and I just really, really appreciate it. I want you also, as parents, to know that we as band directors, we acknowledge that you have made a choice to have your child involved in music in some way. And some of you made that choice many, many years ago, and some of you it's a very recent decision. And this is just the beginning. Imagine how your student will sound in high school, in college, in a city municipal band if they sound like this now? Wow, that is really, really exciting and really awesome. And we want to make some really great music, but it's more than that. We want to work together as a group. We want to learn how to have that whole group feeling where we're all have a common goal. We work really, really hard for a product. There are so many things that your students are learning being a part of a musical group that we can't put on a report card and we can't put in a little note to our administrators. But I just want you to know that you've made an awesome choice for your student to be a part of band. And I encourage, there's going to be some hills and some valleys in their growth. And there's going to be some times where they get really, really busy and they're like, no, I don't know, maybe this is too much. And I want you to encourage them and say, this is something we want to stick out. This particular activity, you want to stick out with this one because it's totally worth it. So thank you so much for being here. We are going to end with a very fun piece called Traffic Jam. Hopefully we don't have too much of a traffic jam after the concert, but we hope that you enjoy Traffic Jam.
Good job, Dig.
That little guy in the tuba in the back, the Chinese boy. That's the other fifth grader. He started in third grade. I said, how did you pick your instrument? He said, you don't pick your instrument, John. They pick for you.